Hello, I'm Olivia Eaton, and welcome to my presentation on the collection development plan for the Lynchburg Public Library. The focus of this presentation will be on the math collection of nonfiction materials within the children's department. Let's begin by going over the core list for this collection. The core list contains 27 titles. This list has favorites within the community. These favorites are Roosters Off to See the World by Eric Carle, Just a Second by Steve Jenkins, Math Shortcuts, Secrets, Puzzles, and Tricks to Help You Become a Math Master by Emma Hankey. This is part of the core list because it is an American Girl book, which are extremely popular at the Lynchburg Public Library. Mammoth Math, Everything You Need to Know About Math was written by David Macaulay, who is a Caldecott winning author. Color Zoo and Color Farm by Lewis Ellard are both classics among families of preschoolers in teaching the concept of shapes through identifying them and using bright colors to distinguish them. Other titles include Friends Beyond Measure by Lolena Fisher, which is a new publication that introduces graphs and charts to explore their friendship. 10 Blocks to the Big Walk is a bilingual counting book in English and Chinese. This recent publication introduces the readers to Chinese heritage through counting important items. Back Matter explored these items in depth. Seeing Symmetry by Lauren Leedy uses big, bold, and detailed illustrations to explore symmetry in different natural items. One Saurus, Two Saurus by Kim Norman uses dinosaurs playing hide and seek to count to 10 in this engaging picture book. The core list also includes some math series. The first is Math is Categorical by Brian P. Cleary. The titles are A Fraction's Goal, Part of a Whole, A Dollar, a Penny, How Much and How Many, On the Scale, A Weight Tale, and The Action of Subtraction. Another series is The Storytelling Math by Grace Lynn. The titles are A Beautiful House for Birds, Our Favorite Apples, and Who Jumps More. All are 2023 publications. These board books have diverse preschoolers to help support their developing skills. The back matter contains more information on the specific skill and provides further activities. The last series is the Circumference Math series by Cindy Neuschwander. These titles include Circumference and All the King's Tens, Circumference and the Dragons of Pi, Circumference and the First Round Table, Circumference and the Fraction Fair, Circumference and the Isle of Imiter, Circumference and the Roundabout Battle, Circumference and Sword in the Cone, Circumference and the Vikings Map, and Circumference Gets Decimus Point. The Lynchburg Public Library is located in Lynchburg, Virginia, surrounded by history and the Blue Ridge Mountains. Lynchburg's population is 79,535. The demographics of the population are 62.7% as white, 27.6% as Black or African American, 4.7% as Hispanic or Latino, 2.2% as Asian, 0.3% American Indian or Alaska Native, and 0.2% Native Hawaiian and other Pacific Islanders. The poverty rate averages 20.2%, with 26.3% being children 18 and under. The city has 17 public schools. This breaks down to 1 early learning center, 11 elementary schools, 3 middle schools, and 2 high schools. The library's collection is split between 3 departments, which are the adult department, teen department, and the children's department. Adult department has a fiction, nonfiction, graphic novel, audiobook, large print collection, DVDs, and a new book section. The teen space has a graphic novel section that is organized by manga, graphic novels, and comics books. There is a small nonfiction graphic novel collection here. Teen fiction as well as new teen fiction can also be found in this space. There is also a middle grade collection that consists of fiction and graphic novels. The children's department is made up of the following collections: board books, picture books, easy readers, early chapter, new books, popular series, graphic novels, nonfiction, DVDs, and audiobooks. Nonfiction materials can be found in board books, picture books, graphic novels, DVDs, and audiobooks. The picture book collection is organized by Picture Book City. This organization system has broader subjects with narrower subjects represented in each. For example, there is a concept section where numbers and shapes each have their own category. The collection having 20 out of the 27 core titles demonstrates that selectors follow the nonfiction collection development policy in maintaining the collection. It also demonstrates that the library staff recognizes the importance of providing a current, relevant, and diverse collection to its users. Having math books housed in multiple locations supports children in exploring and interpreting these materials. When they come across a picture book on counting or shapes, they may be expecting a story. Instead, they are strengthening these necessary math skills through this exploration. Timeliness can be a factor in locating math materials that are spread throughout the children's department. Saving them time and locating useful information can decrease their frustration, which builds their confidence in searching the collection. Their lack of familiarity with the Dewey Decimal System could impact users in locating helpful information. The Darien Library in 2013 reorganized their children's nonfiction collection to something like Picture Book City. Broad categories are selected that house items on this subject, and these titles are organized according to their Dewey Decimal number. An example of this is that math books would likely live in the science section. Within the science section, biographies on mathematicians or others in the science field could live here. This reorganization method would strengthen this identified weakness that makes the collection highly browsable, instinctive in locating helpful information, and address the search patterns of these users. The math collection size should be between 300 to 400 titles within the children's department. Information literacy is defined as the ability to gather, organize, filter, and evaluate information and to form valid opinions on these results. Having this number of materials throughout the collection supports browsability. It also supports users at different learning and literacy levels. As library staff, we want to meet our users where they are at. For some patrons, they may start with concept books on counting. When they have mastered this skill or feel more confident, then they can move to more challenging materials located elsewhere in the collection. Having a math collection of this size located throughout the department supports accessibility and makes the collection equitable for our users. The nonfiction collection development policy identifies the career method and other guidelines in selecting material for withdrawal, such as considering items that are over 10 years old to be withdrawn and items no older than 3 years should be added to the collection. Items that are damaged, dated, and smell should be considered for withdrawal or replacement. Items to be replaced are at the selector's discretion. By withdrawing dated and worn-out titles from the collection allows the needs and wants of our patrons to be the staff's focus. If some topics are no longer popular, maybe they are no longer needed or less material on that specific topic. If there are newer materials that are more engaging and accessible to our users, older titles should be removed. Following these guidelines creates a collection that is current, relevant, and provides accurate information. To purchase the remaining core titles for the core collection will cost $71.98. All items are from Amazon. The titles are On the Scale, A Weight Tale, Math, Shortcuts, Secrets, Puzzles, and Tricks to Help You Become a Math Master, Just a Second, Who Jumps More, Circumference and the Isle of Imiter, Circumference and the Sword in the Cone, and One Source to a Saurus. Some of the books selected will be paperback editions. However, since they are recommended for purchase to support the success of this collection, this exception will be made. These items recommended for purchase support the diversity within the math section and support a well-rounded collection meeting all learning levels and ages of library users. The Lynchburg Public Library's math collection supports all users, meeting their diverse needs and their literacy, educational, and information needs. This collection is supported by a strong nonfiction collection development policy that supports its development and maintenance. This continued dedication by the staff to maintain and build this collection makes these new materials more visible to our users. Promoting this collection's visibility will continue to meet the needs through a diverse and accessible collection. This concludes my collection development plan addressing the math subject. The following slides are the references to support the success of this presentation. Here is the first page of references, the second page, the third page, and the last page of references. Thank you for your time.